set of closet doors already. So I'm going to do this one on camera. In a bit of a hurry right now. I got to get this moving. But I figured let's show you guys what's going on and how to go about it. What I had to do was I had to go back to Home Depot. I had to get a 1x3 so that I could put it down as a base plate against the floor. Unfortunately, the floor was just too far off. So that's what I had to do. Now, I'm just trying to clean some stuff out of the corner here so we can get this party started. Yes. Yeah, I'm going to take all this crap out of here. One less thing for me to have to deal with later. It'll be a much better time, I think. Now, there's that. Okay. Need my broom real quick. Hang on a second, I'll be right back. I'll put it down there. Let's get this. Okay. All right, I'm back. Got the broom, got the vacuum. Close this up because they're downstairs working and I don't want to bother anybody. So, just gonna clean this up, clean this out. Nice and clean here. That way I don't have to go back in here once we're done. Once we're done with the closet, that is. It's a nice feeling to be able to close the door behind you and not have to worry about going back in. Big fan of that, by the way. Now, let's get this going here. Get this cleaned up. Alright. Oh, that screw doesn't want to play. Alright, got it now. Beautiful. Okay. That's done. Now, I'm going to take this 1x, set it on the floor here, and I'm going to kind of try and center it up as much as possible. Let me move the camera so you guys can actually see what the hell's going on, because right now it's kind of difficult to see what's going on. Okay, let's try that view. That seems a little more better. All right, so this is going to act as our base plate. So we'll put a couple nails in here. Out of nails. Oh, wait. There we go. There's a whole strip right here. Beautiful. There we go. All right. So we're gonna tack this in, right? Now, the reason for that is there's a height difference between the carpet and there's actual original hardwood flooring in here. So that's why I wanted to do that. It kind of lifts the bottom up a little bit. Plus, it's going to make for a nicer reveal when it's all said and done anyway. So I'm happy about that. Now, let's see. I'll give you guys a better idea. So just to show you here. Now, there's a track piece that sits on top of here. And then there's also a track piece that sits up here on the header. Just like this one here. As you can see. Now, this actually worked out really well. Very happy with how this went. Yep. All right, now I got to get that cracked open real quick. So let's do that. Let's get that opened up so we can get moving here. A buddy of mine go pick up a truck this afternoon, so the pressure just kind of got put on me here. Wasn't really expecting to have to go get that this afternoon, but here we are. Just adds to the craziness that is my life. Because, hey, why not? What's one more crazy thing in my life, right? So that'll be well, I actually posted a short of that truck a little while back. Um, so I think what I'm gonna do with it is I'm gonna get it fixed up, and I think I'm gonna give it to my stepson as his first car. He's 15 now, so he'll be there in no time. And it's a nice little Toyota. Obviously it needs some work. Not perfect. Um, I don't know anybody that's stupid enough to give a kid a brand new car or truck or whatever, knowing that it'll get messed up within no time. Because I don't know about you, but I remember my first car, and wasn't great. Now, personally, I had a little Ford Ranger when I was a kid. I was, oh God, I don't know. I was like 16 or so. That was my first street legal vehicle. Um, First car I ever actually owned, though, was an '86 Ford Mustang GT. It was a four-eyed fox body, for those of you that know what that is. Unfortunately, fox bodies are I mean, they're not dead by a long shot, but um, people are kind of starting to forget about them a little bit, except for people that are into race cars and drag cars and shit like that. I'm still very much into it, just not as involved in it as I used to be. And, maybe one day that can change. Now, these tracks here, now, bear in mind, I just did this same exact process on that other door, and it's the same identical door. So I'm kind of fast tracking this. But for what it's worth, I read the instructions just like everybody else does. I don't know if there's like a misconception somewhere out there in the world that contractors they just know everything. I promise we don't. We know a lot of stuff. Definitely not everything. And more than that, like I am going to read the instructions every time on something that I don't know about, something new, whatever, because that's just the way it is. All right, now on the other closet, it didn't have this stupid film. This piece, of course, does. Go figure. And even if the other closet did have it, it's not all bubbled out, so it doesn't matter so much. This does. This shows very, very badly. So this piece that I'm taking the plastic off of right now is just it's like a skirt, if you will, to cover the front part of the track and the top roller wheels, which is nice. It's a nice touch. I got these doors from Home Depot. These are, I think they're called TruePort, is the name of them. And it's actually a very nice design. I'm actually a big fan of it. Now, I still have some sliders, or not sliders. Well, you can call them sliders. It doesn't matter. It's the same thing. Let me switch camera angle here again. Um, this style door, I still have a few of these at home. So I may actually upgrade to these because I like these a whole lot better. They seem to be a lot nicer. All right, now what you want to do is, and I'm backtracking here a little bit. So you want to try and line this up with the face of the door frame as best as possible. Make it look presentable, and then you put your screws in there. Now, of course, like an idiot, I forgot the screws and the drill. So I'm gonna take this down for a minute. No big deal, but I will show you. This part's a little bit of a pain in the ass, just because I'm only one person. If I was not just one person, it wouldn't be so bad. It's always easier if you got a second set of hands, but it's definitely doable as one person. Now, what did I say the brand was on these? TruePort, I think. Um, Sliding doors. Yeah, TruePort is the name. Okay. Now, in this package, they give you a bunch of screws. The long ones are going to be for the header because that's where all your weight is. So that's where your doors are hanging from. And then there's a bunch of like little button head screws. They're going to be for the bottom track. Now, I need a whole handful of these for right now so we can get this set up. And I'll show you guys the magic here. All right. I like to try and get a screw to start on the drill if at all possible. Sometimes you get lucky and it works. Sometimes you don't. Just depends. If there's any bit of a gap here, try and center it a little bit between, like that. It's actually pretty good right there. Now, I'm going to take one screw here. Oh, see? This is why you put the whole box of screws in your pocket. Way you can keep on trucking. Drop one, you pick it back up in a little bit. There we go. Okay, got one in. That's part of it. Once we get the other end in, then I can let it free hang and just use both hands to screw it in the rest of the way. So that's helpful. It's like really, really helpful. There we go. All right. Now, just a recap here. So this is like the skirt, if you will. This is the piece that you're going to see. That's the reveal. I got a couple screws to finish throwing in here in the header. And then we can move on to adjusting the doors, getting them lined up in the track, get the bottom track piece on, and keep rolling here. Doing good. Doing good. That's this. Two more for the top here. And then we're going to go ahead and adjust the doors. Now, what I did on that side was I adjusted them all the way out as far as they can go. You can always adjust them back in. Not that bad to do. I will say, if you're going to do it with a drill, it's easier if you have a bit extension. I do not have one at the present moment, but that's okay. Let me go grab a door, and I'll show you how to do this. Okay, now, here is one of the doors. Now, I don't know if you can see this or not, but right here, there's an adjuster, and it's identical on the bottom. So it's literally a Phillips head screw, and it has a sliding mechanism. So when you loosen the screw, it makes the track wheel go up higher. When you tighten it, it pulls it closer. So I'll try and do it on camera. So can you see it moving? Maybe. No, it's hard. It's hard to see, period. So, okay, that's the top one. Now I got to do the bottom one. Again, same exact thing. It's the exact same setup here, both sides. No different. That way there's no confusion or anything. There we go. All right, now this door's maxed out. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to set this up. Oops. I'm going to set this one up so that it's on the back. Now, I made this rookie mistake here. Yeah, I made this mistake the first go around, so I want to try and fix it this time. Damn, that's perfect. Reveal it over there. This side, not so much. Oh. No, this side's off quite a bit in the bottom. It's a shame, but it's all right. We'll adjust that so that it sits a little prettier. A little bit. How's that? That's a little. Not really. So I want to tighten this one up a spec. So I'm going to tighten the inside screw up a spec, and it's hard to see what I'm doing, but I'm still here. Okay, that sits a lot better there. How about this side? Yeah, that's really good. Okay, cool. So that door is aligned. It's set up. Beautiful. Now let's get the other door. We're going to do the same thing. Again, remember what I said. We're gonna take the adjusters all the way out. So we're gonna loosen these all the way up so that you got all the play in the world. Well, it really does help you when you go to adjust this stuff. It really, really does. Except when that happens. All right, now that one's all the way. Do the bottom one here. Same thing. Sorry if my camera skills are kind of shitty. It's just trying to. It's not the easiest thing in the world to try to hit all these angles on tape. Not with one person, anyway. All right, now. So those adjuster wheels are all the way up. So that's good. Now, what we're going to do is, I don't have much room here, do I? Doesn't look that way. Not really. I got so much shit in the way here. Okay. So let's move this door over. Try it on this side. Maybe I have a little more space over here. I think I do. Okay. So we're going to go in on a hell of an angle, right? And do that. Now, doors in. Now is when you want to check for your alignment and see how it looks going down the track. I have, again, a little piece of plastic here, so I'm going to take that off real quick. Again, if it wasn't like bubbled or loose or whatever, you could almost leave it on for the customer, but it kind of looked shitty, so I'm taking it off. Now, it actually, as far as the alignment goes, doesn't look too bad over on this side. See how it is here? That's actually pretty good. I'm happy with that. Now, you can do this part first, you can do this part last, doesn't matter, it just depends on how you feel about doing it. This is going to be your bottom track piece. So this is going to sit on that 1x3 we were talking about earlier. And it is held into place with these little button head screws. I mean, they're very small. They're very, very small. So little button head screws are what secures it to the floor or to your, in my case, I got a little kicker here, threshold, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same. Okay, now, and what I do with these is the same thing as with doors in a traditional sense. You get it lined up on the track or on your kicker or whatever. Do one side at a time. Okay, so you do one end, and then you do this end. Then you do your center and the rest of your fill holes here. Now, these don't require a whole lot of adhesion, but you do need something to hold them. And I'll tell you why that is. So you need something to hold that in place, because what's going to happen here is, I will show you in just a second. There's these little plastic clips that come down that extrude off of the door itself. Let me bring you over here and show you what I mean. And it's kind of dark in the closet, but I'll do my best here. Now, can you see that little mechanism there? I'll try and show you this as much as I can. So it comes down off the door itself and boom, clips into place. Now it's in the track and it slides freely. Now there's 4 of those. So you gotta make sure you get them all in. There's another one. It's the front door. Okay. Now, sorry, this is really a pain in the ass to do. Holding this at the same time and trying to clip them in. Let's see. There we go. Okay, there's that. I will say, I really am a fan of this setup, though. It is very nice. The nice thing about this, my favorite part of this system, is unlike the old style closet doors that have sliders. These work and they stay put, if that makes sense. You know, the old style ones, they had this like little stupid divider piece on the bottom of the floor that was tacked in. Never worked, never kept the doors in place. This actually does, which is amazing. Big deal. Can't stress this right now. I'm so happy I just got that done. Whew. Okay. I am sweating like a stuck pig right now. I am so happy I got that done. Here, let's stand back and take a look at how that looks. All right. Let's see. Boom. Boom. Cool. Now, next order of business. I have to go around. I got to paint all the baseboards, door trims, windowsills. Yuck. Looks terrible. But we got to go through and do all that. And then, oh, hey, look. Hey, what's that there? Oh, is that one guy some tools? Oh, man. That's so cool. That's my truck. Anyway, so then we got to do in this closet here. Again, same deal. We got some window trim and stuff to do. I got to put all these light switch covers back on and outlet covers. Do that. Obviously, there's a whole fucking mess in here that's got to go, but the mess I'm just kind of working with right now. But I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Like, boom, we got closet doors. This is a bedroom. Boom, we have another walk-in closet. We are knocking it out. All right. So for right now, I'm going to jump ship. If you guys haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you liked what you saw. If you think this would help you in the future with maybe doing your own stuff, maybe a family member or a friend wants to see this kind of stuff. I get into all kinds of crazy stuff every day. So wait till you see the live that I do this afternoon. Just wait till you see that one. That's going to be interesting. First time I've driven stick in a couple years. It's going to be funny. So make sure you guys subscribe and pay attention for that. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.